Hello Class 4C1, Teacher Jesse here once again with another video. Today's lesson is going to be on past continuous, but not just past continuous. We are going to be talking about using past continuous for interrupted actions. Okay, let's get started. So, I'm going to show you a short video, and in this video you will see a man and you will see some kids. I want you to watch this video and I want you to be able to answer two questions while you watch. Question number one, what was he doing? What is the man doing in the video? And question number two, what happened with his children? Okay, here we go.
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region, do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. North.
Okay, welcome back. Did you enjoy the video? It was pretty funny, right? Okay, let's try to answer our two questions. Question number one, what was he doing? Well, he was working. In the video, the man was working and he was giving an interview. Question number two, what happened with the children? Well, while he was working, the children came into the room. This is called past continuous for interrupted actions. Something was happening, but it got interrupted when something else happened. The man was working, but that got interrupted when the children came into the room. Okay? So we have two sentences here. We have a sentence on the left, and we have the sentence on the right. We want to put these two sentences together to make just one sentence. And we are going to do that using something called a linking device. Okay, a linking device, otherwise known as a linking word or a conjunction, is a word that we use to connect two separate sentences, phrases, clauses, or words. And we are going to use a linking device or a conjunction in order to link these two sentences into one sentence. So, we have some options here for which linking device we will use. Do we want to use when, but, since, or while? These are all very common conjunctions that you will often see when you are linking two sentences together. But which one do we want to use for these sentences? Okay, I want you to think about the answer. Think about which of these conjunctions is the correct one. I'm going to give you some time to think about it now. Have you got your answer? All right, let's check to see if we have the same answers. The linking device that we want for this sentence is when. Did you get that answer too? All right, great job. So our sentence should read, he was working when the children came into the room. Did you know that already? All right, great job. If you didn't, that's okay. That's why we're talking about this here today. Okay, let's take a look at our sentence again. We are going to begin by taking a look at the first part of our sentence, just the part that says he was working. Now, what is the verb here? Well, the verb is was working. And what form is this verb in? Well, it is in the form of past continuous. And verbs that are in the form past continuous have a special rule for them. The rule to make a verb in the form of past continuous is to have a past tense form of the verb to be. Remember, we have two past tense forms of our verb to be, was and were. Okay? So we have our past tense to be verb. Then we need to have our original verb, which is work. Work is the infinitive form of this verb. And then to that we add ing. Okay? So we have our past tense to be verb plus our verb plus ing in order to make past continuous. All right so far? Okay, good. Now let's look at the second part of our sentence. The children came into the room. What is the verb here? Well, the verb is came. Okay? Is this verb in past tense or present tense? What do you think? That's right. Came is the past simple form of the verb come. Okay? And past simple also has a rule, but it actually has two rules. It has a rule for regular and it has a rule for irregular verbs. The rule for regular verbs is to add ed to the end of the verb. So a verb like talk, okay, has a past simple form of talk plus ed, or talked, right? Come is an irregular verb, so there is no rule. We just have to memorize the past simple form of this verb. Okay, are you with me so far? I hope so. Let's keep going. We're going to do some examples now to get a better idea of how to use past continuous for interrupted actions. Let's think about a date in the past. Let's think about Monday, the 10th of February. We're going to ask the question, what was Miss Susan doing? Okay. Well, in the past, Miss Susan was teaching. Miss Susan is a teacher, so she teaches. But teach is present tense. We want past tense. Not just past tense, but past continuous. So, we need our verb to be. Miss Susan was. We also need our verb plus ing. Miss Susan was teaching. Now we need our conjunction. When. Miss Susan was teaching when she got interrupted. How did she get interrupted? Miss Susan was teaching when the phone rang. Okay? Rang is the past simple form of the verb ring. That's right. And ring is not regular, so we cannot add ed. Ring is irregular, so we must memorize that the past simple form of the verb ring is, that's right, rang. Okay, good job. Let's try another example. Here we have some students. We have the students of 4C. What were the students of 4C doing? Well, they were learning English. So, do we have our past tense verb to be? We sure do. Remember, students is plural, so we cannot say was, we must say were. Our verb is learn, so our past continuous form for learn is was learn plus ing, was learning. So, now we need our conjunction. Now we need our linking device. What linking device do you think we should use here? That's right, when. 4C students were learning English when they got interrupted by something. What interrupted them? The bell. What did the bell do? The bell rang. So, 4C students were learning English when the bell rang. Remember, we already talked about how rang is the irregular past simple form of the verb ring. Okay, let's look at another example. This time, I want you to do a little bit on your own first. So, here we have a picture of Ming Chang sleeping soundly. So, we have some blank spaces that we want to fill in with the correct form of the verb that I'm going to give you. So, Ming Chang, we have the verb sleep, and then Ming Chang was interrupted by the alarm clock. The alarm clock did something, and that thing is ring, okay? So, remember, for our first verb, right here, sleep, we need to put this verb into the form past continuous. And for our second verb, ring, we need to put the verb into the form of past simple. All right, I want you to think about your answer, and I want you to try and complete this sentence using the correct answers, the correct verbs. And I'm going to give you some time to do that now. Okay, have you got your answer? Let's check our answers to see if we both have the same one. Ming Chang was sleeping. Okay, so Ming Chang is singular, so we do not say were, we must say was. And then we have our verb sleep plus ing. So Ming Chang was sleeping. When, what happened? The alarm clock rang. Okay, we must put the second verb into past simple, and again, rang is the past simple form of ring because ring is not regular, ring is exactly irregular. Okay, let's do some practice exercises so we can all get more comfortable with doing past continuous with interruptions. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. So, I want you to give, again, just like we did earlier, the past simple or past continuous form of the verbs that will complete these sentences. So, I just want you to think about the answer. And I want you to take some time now to think about how to make the correct verbs in order to correctly complete these sentences. And I'll give you some time right now to do that. Okay? All right, welcome back. So, we have two verbs. We have verb number 1, get, and we have verb number 2, start. Verb number 1, get. Do we want to put it into the form of past continuous, or do we want to put it into the form of past simple? No, not past simple, that's right. We want to put it into the form of past continuous. Remember, we need our past tense form of the verb to be. We need our verb get plus ing. And you might see right here, or have noticed, that the verb get does not have, or the verb getting does not have just one T. The verb getting has 2 T's. Do you remember why that is? Do you remember the rule? Well, the rule is, remember, if we have a one-syllable word is a word with just one clap. Get. Since get has one clap, get is a one-syllable word. If we have a one-syllable word with a vowel and then a consonant, okay, when we change this verb into a past tense verb, like past continuous, we must double the last letter, right? So getting has double T at the end, all right? So, he was getting ready for school when something happened. What happened? Well, rain happened. It started to rain. But we can't say it start to rain because we must change the verb start into past simple. And how do we do that? Is start regular or irregular? That's right, start is regular. So start becomes started. And we don't need to double the T, we don't need to do anything extra, we just add ed to the end of the verb. Did you get those answers too? Great job. If you didn't, don't worry, that's why we're doing these practice exercises. So we can all learn and get better together. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, for this exercise, we have some words, and we need to rearrange these words in order to make a complete sentence, in order to express the correct idea, and we need to express that idea correctly. All right, so we have two pictures here. We have a family at the supermarket. They're shopping for some food and other things that they need for their house. And while they're in the supermarket, a man comes to try and steal their car. Oh no! Okay? So how can we talk about what's happening here using these words? I want you to try and rearrange them yourself to make a complete sentence, to make the correct sentence here. And I just want you to think about it. If you want to write it down on a piece of paper, if it's easier for you, or if you would just prefer to do it that way, I encourage you to do so. I think that's great. But it's not necessary. I do want you, though, to try and think about the correct answer. And if you need to take some time, go ahead and push pause on your computer right now, and then when you're ready to see the correct answer, push play again. All right, welcome back. Let's see what the correct answer for this exercise should be. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. The family was shopping when the man stole the car. Okay, very good. So you didn't have to change any of the verbs in this sentence. All you had to do was rearrange what we already have in order to make the correct sentence. How did you do? Did you get it right? Okay, good job. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so there's a mistake in this sentence, and you need to find the mistake and you need to correct it so that the sentence is correct. All right? So this sentence reads, yesterday Mr. Jesse went to school when Pamang stopped to talk to him. All right? So, I want you to take some time right now to find and change the mistake in this sentence. If you need to pause your computer to take some time to find the correct answer, do so now, and then when you're ready to continue, just push play again. All right, are you ready? Let's check our answers to see if it's correct. Did you find the mistake? Well, the mistake in this sentence is the verb went. Why is this a mistake? Well, remember, this verb should be in the form what? That's right, past continuous. Is it in the form past continuous? No, it's not. What form is it in? It is in the form of past simple, right? What is this the past simple form of? It's the past simple form of the verb go. Go is irregular. The past simple form of go is went, okay? So, we don't want this in the past simple, we want it in the past continuous. So instead of went, we need was going, okay? Mr. Jesse is singular, so our past tense form of the verb to be is was, and to make go into going, all we do is add ing. It's pretty easy, okay? So, now we're going to see another video, and in this video, I want you to do the same thing that we did in the other video, only this time I want you to try and think about what the whole sentence should be, okay? In the video, there's a kid and there's his dad. what was happening, and then what interrupted that, okay? That's what I want you to think about when you watch this video, okay? Here we go.
I just came back with from a year-long deployment in Kuwait and Iraq. Come here.
Boys and girls, this is Blake Peters' dad, and he just came home from Kuwait for helping serve our country.
Okay, welcome back. So, were you able to come up with a sentence in order to talk about the kid and his dad and what was happening in this video with the kid and his dad? Okay. Well, the kid was eating, right? What happened while the kid was eating? His dad came back. Okay? So how can we put these together into a complete sentence? Well, all we have to do now really is just add our linking word, or our conjunction into the middle of these in order to put them all together to make one sentence. And when we do that, what we come up with is the kid was eating when his dad came back. Okay, did you get that answer too? I hope so. Is it easy so far? It's pretty easy, right? Okay, great job. All right, Class 4C1, good job today. Thank you for watching. That's all the time we have. See you next time. Goodbye.